What's up, everybody? It's Friday. Thank God. Jesus. Did I say Jesus? Anyway, um, it's me. Still ain't came off. Anyway, I was reading an article the other day, or watching a video the other day, excuse me, about a brother that posted a video about disciplining his son because he had acted up in school. He said he doesn't whoop his son, he boxes him, teaches him how to box. And in turn, he disciplines him also. He had him put on the boxing gloves and he was fighting. Now, to me, that's not discipline. That's teaching your son how to protect himself. Because he had on boxing gloves. It wasn't, in turn, he was teaching him a life lesson. President Barack Obama would call that a teachable moment if he wasn't, you know, running behind white people with their bullshit. Anyway, uh, people have a problem with that. Me, myself, uh, shout out, by the way, to my sister, Kimberly, because she did make a good point. You should discipline your children in private, praise in public. That is true. But this father was trying to show that his son is not as bad, a Billy Badass, as he's trying to portray himself in school, and he needs to get to school, get an education, so he won't become a statistic like most people's children. I really see no problem with this per se. I mean, you should keep your stuff off the internet because this is called evidence. And white people will use it against you because they can. Now, uh, you have to realize what is going on here. What's going on is a father is trying to save his son's life by putting it out there to all of the thugs and all these other people that he shouted out at the end of the video, these girls that he was trying to impress and stuff by being ignorant in school, that I don't raise my child like that. So all the little ignorance that he was trying to portray is just a front to whatever, attention he was trying to seek. Me, myself, I applaud the man because uh, what we're going through in this country today, well, not even today, just what we go through in this country as black people, basically is a situation where uh, we have been legislated out of our rights and responsibilities to parent. We are basically just keepers of children of state property. Um, we basically are just watching these children until the state decides they want to take control of them. Because if your neighbor calls and says he hears him yelling in your house or whatever, because you're disciplining your child and they don't, and the state comes in and checks to see if you have whooped your child or anything like that, they can and will take your children out of your home, and then you have to fight to get your children back. Why? Because you don't, quote unquote, own your children. The state does. When you register them with the state with a birth certificate, you basically are saying that you are giving your children to the state in one shape, form, or fashion. Because obviously, we've seen it every day where they can just take your child when they feel like it, if for grounds, but they basically still can take your child, and then it'll cost you money to get your child back. And then if you don't even want to get your child back, then they will put you in jail for not trying to get your child back and not trying to get them back fast enough. It's so stupid. But this is the game. This is the way that we have allowed people to legislate us out of the responsibility and the right of being parents. Now, like I was saying, the brother was trying to discipline his black son to try to save him from these uh, killer police. Now, I don't say this with any venom in my voice or anything like that. It's just, let's look at the evidence. The preponderance of evidence is overwhelming in the case of black people versus the police department. You can start at any end of American history from today all the way back to 1555 when we were dragged over here in chains. But to be more uh, current, Look at the Tamir Rice situation. Somebody calls and says that that a person has a gun in a park, and then they say at the end, which the part that they're saying that the police possibly didn't get, but that it was probably a child playing with a toy. But either way, they shot this little boy 2 seconds after he got out. He didn't even get out the car. He did a drive-by on the boy. Now I saw another video on Facebook. This brother met these two little brothers. This grown man met these two little brothers on the corner. They were playing with a toy gun, and he asked him how much the gun was, and he said, "Oh, $3." He said, "Okay, well here's $3," and he broke the gun up and told him, "You don't need to be playing with this, because it's dangerous out here for more than one reason. We don't even have to worry about the gangbangers really. We have to worry about the gangbangers with body armor and a badge. That's the real gang that we have to worry about. We ain't got to worry about Crips and Bloods." When I was growing up, I was worried about Crips and Bloods per se, because I'm from Watts. I was worried about Crips and Bloods because I didn't gangbang. But I had my girlfriend at the time lived by the Jordan Downs Projects. Everybody knows. If you listen to any kind of rap song from LA and you don't know what Jordan Downs Projects, Nickerson Gardens, Compton, Watts, South Central, any of the things is, because I'm getting tired of trying to explain this to people. These are all the hood. So basically, I was more scared of the gangs. I was happy that the police was coming around per se, but now I'm more scared of the police. Anytime police goes past me, I'm like, shit, what the hell are these motherfuckers looking at me for? You know what I'm saying? Because they will just mess with you just because you're black. But anyway, we have to train our children. We have to train our men, our boys, to watch out for these gangbangers with badges. It's imperative that you teach your children, your black male children, to watch out for these gangbangers. And why do I say this? Because it was an article last year where the LA Sheriff's Department, you can Google it, LA Sheriff's Department arrested one deputy because they had it because they found out, they already knew, but they quote unquote found out about a gang that they had in the LA Sheriff's Department. And I think the initiation was you had to shoot some gangbangers or you had to beat them up, something like that. It was basically a gang in the police department. So these people are gangbangers. Don't make no mistake. The police are a gang. They just have the law on their side. They're worse than the mafia. So once again, I applaud the brother for trying to do what he could to help his child not become a statistic in school or in life. Nobody wants to bury their children. Nobody wants to bury their child. Nobody wants to go to a police department and pick up their child. Nobody wants to go to a hospital and see their child on life support or shot up or beat up or anything of that nature. So I applaud this brother. Now, he was stupid because he put evidence online. As far as what he did, have no problem. How he went about displaying it, I have a problem. So let this be a lesson to everybody, black men, black women. When you're going to discipline your children, do it on the down low. Don't put no videos. Don't take no pictures. Don't let nobody record nothing. Because all that is evidence for the prosecution. All this stuff that we put on the internet and put on social media is all evidence. I don't understand how you people don't understand this. If you watch enough Law and Order, you can watch a couple episodes of Law and Order and you can see it. Not the old versions. I'm talking about the new episodes. And if you are so dumb that you will put your information on the internet of you disciplining your children, or you doing something illegal, you deserve what you get. Point blank, period. We have to start thinking strategically, people. Like I said, I have no fault with the brother. He was trying to do something. He was trying to put a point out there, and maybe it was a rallying cry to other fathers to do like discipline. But when you're dealing with this enemy, you have to realize that that's why your Miranda rights are anything you say can and will be used against you. Anything you do can and will be used against you. Stop giving them evidence. Stop handing them a conviction. The police really don't have to work hard damn near these days. You see stories every day about the police grabbing information off of Snapchat, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, scratchmyass.com, all of these different social medias. They're just grabbing information and making their cases. All they got to do is hit print. All the pictures that you putting online of you holding a gun when you're not supposed to hold a gun, when you having thousands of dollars in a picture and you saying you're broke, 50 Cent. Come on now, please, people. Please, let's get ourselves together. We're better than this. We are the original people of this planet. Can we please start using our brains? As I always say, it's our time now. Till the next video. It's the black man that ain't black, I guess. Goodbye.